Some interviewers think they can ask anything, but when celebrities push back, it's a masterclass in holding your ground. From awkward silences to verbal mic drops, here's what happens when the questions go too far. Matthew McConaughey was enjoying a casual interview until Joy Behar decided to interrupt with a swipe at one of his closest friends.
Happy to be in his box. Got to sit behind his parents, which was really awesome to see them when he brings them up and where they started.
Isn't he an anti-vaxxer?
An anti-vaxxer?
I believe so, yeah. Just saying.
From there, the questions took a sharp turn, and suddenly politics was on the table. But Matthew wasn't about to let himself be boxed in.
Do you think you could get elected in Texas being anti-gun?
Do I think I could get elected in Texas being anti-gun? One thing about if me in politics is to give you a direct statement right there is me playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay,
to give you a direct statement right there.
And while Matthew sidestepped the trap with charm, Tom Cruise takes a different route. He'll smile at you, but only once, before letting you know you've crossed the line. It started off as a routine chat, until an interviewer decided to dig into his past marriage like it was their business.
Was Nicole the love of your life?
What do you mean, Peter?
You were married for 10 years.
Listen, we raised children.
But when the probing kept going, Tom didn't just answer. He drew a line in the sand.
Listen, here's the thing, Peter.
Yeah.
You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
Well, I suppose they're questions
Peter,
that people want to know.
Peter, you want to know. Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
Okay, so I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
And while Tom could shut things down instantly, Lindsay Lohan was forced to sit through one of the most uncomfortable interviews of her career. Lindsay came to promote her new movie, but David Letterman had other plans, and none of them were kind.
Aren't you supposed to be in rehab now? And how long will you be in rehab?
3 months.
How many times have you been in rehab?
Several.
And how will this time be different? What are they rehabbing, first of all? What is on their list? What are they going to work on when you walk through the door?
We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview.
No.
She tried to smile through it, gently pushing the conversation back toward the movie. But Letterman just kept circling back to her personal struggles. It wasn't banter anymore. It was a public interrogation. And Lindsay was clearly trying to navigate it without losing her composure.
You have to be in rehab May 2nd. Are you going to be there? You'll be there, right? Who's taking you to rehab? You don't want to talk about that either, right?
Oh, God.
When you go to the rehab, what do they do?
We're here for a movie.
We have to what?
Let's stay on the positive.
Oh,
aside from that side of the positive.
Yeah. All right.
Come on now.
By the end, Lindsay was clearly holding back tears, her voice trembling, her smile fading, as she fought to stay professional and keep her dignity in front of millions watching.
No, but I don't want people to think that I'm making a joke of that.
No, you shouldn't make a joke
I'm not.
because this could be good for you. It will be good for you.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. Have you been to this place?
It's not like a joking matter.
No.
And while Lindsay tried to keep her cool, Jonah Hill doesn't mind showing a little heat when the insults start flying.
Are you the fat guy in Hollywood still, or is everybody like look at you and they're like, oh wow, this is great, now you're healthy?
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
First of all, you smell good, which is surprising.
Why is that surprising?
I don't know. I just wouldn't think of a guy who would have a nice scent on, and
that's such a I'm gonna really work hard to not take that as a shot.
Do you think it's important to be unattractive to be funny? Can skinny people be funny?
What the man? I don't understand. Can you just ask an...
Jonah handled it with sarcasm, but Christina Hendricks has no problem ending the interview entirely when the comments cross the line.
You have been an inspiration as a full-figured woman. What is the most inspiring story that you can remember where you've inspired someone? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry.
But instead of backing off, the interviewer pushed again, and Christina slammed the brakes on the conversation, putting her firmly back in her place.
You've been known as an inspiration for women, as being a full figure. What is the most...
I mean, you just said it again. It's just sort of...
And speaking of calling out inappropriate questions, Tom Hardy might be the undisputed champion of shutting them down. During one press conference, Tom Hardy was hit with a question so out of line it stopped the room cold. Reporters glanced at each other, unsure whether to take notes or brace for his reaction.
But what is your question?
I was wondering if you find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality.
I don't find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality. Are you asking me about my sexuality?
Sure.
Why?
Why?
Thank you.
Okay.
But if you thought that was awkward, just wait, because Hardy's about to face off with yet another disrespectful interviewer. And this next moment takes cringe to a whole new level.
I have a question for Tom Hardy. Tom, I'll preface my remarks by saying that I have 5 sisters, a wife, a daughter, and a mother, so I know what it's like to be outgunned by estrogen. But I just wanted to ask you, as you were reading the script, did you ever think, why are all these women in here? I thought this was supposed to be a man's movie.
No. Not for 1 minute.
Good for you.
That's kind of obvious.
Hardy's Dark Knight Rises co-star, Anne Hathaway, soon found herself in a similar position, facing a reporter whose questions seemed less about her performance and more about a strangely persistent focus on her physique.
You are in phenomenal shape.
Thank you.
You're very
gracious.
You're always in great shape, but you had to make sure you were in perfect shape for this one, didn't you?
It wasn't about being in perfect shape, it was about being able to do the stunts and the fighting perfectly.
As the interviewer kept pressing Anne Hathaway about her physique, her frustration became more and more obvious.
Is there a certain regimen you put yourself through in terms of the diet, the workout? What is the feline fitness regime?
A lot. It's all the boring stuff that no one ever wants to do. It's just watch what you eat and get yourself to the gym.
Any particular workout?
Are you trying to lose weight?
Well,
what's the deal, man? You look great.
No.
No, seriously. We have to talk about this. What do you want? Are you trying to fit into a cat suit?
And then there's Gordon Ramsay, the famously fiery chef, who was confronted by a journalist armed with a so-called gotcha moment. Photos of an allegedly subpar steak from one of his own restaurants. What followed wasn't just a rebuttal, it was a masterclass in turning the tables.
It's really weird for you to give me a piece of paper, and when you say, am I satisfied that it's a good steak, you have to be a little bit more honest with me on that one. What are you trying to get at?
Ramsay met the challenge head-on, calling out the reporter for the cheap ambush, then delivering a blunt, chef's eye lesson on why ordering a steak well done isn't just a bad choice. It's a waste of good beef.
But you asked for the steak to be cooked well done.
And is that a well done steak?
Oh, come on. What is this? I mean, where can you, I mean, keep on rolling. For legal reasons, this is absolutely crucial. But how sad is this, that you asked for a steak to be cooked well done, okay? Now, whatever quality of beef it is, it's gone past any form of taste when you've cooked it well done. So you present me with a picture, God bless you, and you say, is that right? I don't eat steak well done. That's your prerogative because you're the customer. But unfortunately, you're never going to identify the quality of a beef when the steak is well cooked. So I'm really sorry to piss on your bonfire, but it's a bit of a stupid question. Thank you. Can I give you a paper back?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Thank you very
I thought it was an intelligent interview.
Things took a surprising turn in this next interview, when Michael B. Jordan suddenly recognized the reporter in front of him. Not just a stranger with a mic, but a former classmate, one who had bullied him long before fame ever found him.
You know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
But the tension didn't stop there. Things grew even more awkward when Jordan's Creed 3 co-star, Jonathan Majors, joined the moment. And the reporter, already on shaky ground, only managed to make it more uncomfortable.
Isn't this the sexiest man show off right here? Who's the sexiest man? Because now let's...
And now we arrive at what might be the most bizarre clip of all. Jim Carrey at New York Fashion Week 2017. What started as a simple red carpet interview quickly spiraled into chaos as Carrey completely shut down the reporter, launching into a surreal rant that would soon become infamous.
There's no meaning to any of this, so I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
You got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Even when the reporter tried to explain the purpose of the event, Carrey wasn't having it. He scoffed at her reasoning, dismissing not only the idea of fashion icons, but seemingly the very idea of meaning itself.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist. I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
Carrey would later reveal that his erratic behavior was no accident. It stemmed from an existential crisis he faced that year, a period where he wrestled with his very sense of identity and the meaning of self.
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None of this is real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
Up next is one of the most uncomfortable moments. When a reporter tried to flirt with Megan Fox, only to be met with silence and a sharp shutdown.
I don't know if there's I don't know if there's a man alive who's not in love with you in some way.
You're so silly.
You know what am I really?
You're a silly
No,
man.
I'm not silly at
You're a silly
all.
man in a checkered shirt.
I am not. Wow.
This interview hasn't stood the test of time, especially now that Fox has openly shared her experiences with being objectified in Hollywood.
So now I think you're flirting with me. I'm kidding.
Oh, dude.
And speaking of interviews that haven't aged well, let's go back to one particularly uncomfortable exchange from years ago.
The major thing that's changed since you were here last?
Yes.
I have now seen you naked.
And I'm so sorry about that.
I have seen you naked.
Were you able to sleep afterwards? Why are you looking down?
This moment would later take on an even darker shadow. When allegations of sexual misconduct surfaced against Matt Lauer in 2017, ultimately leading to his swift and unceremonious firing from NBC News.
I watched it last night. It is a lot of fun. Did I mention you have a nude scene in this movie?
Pretty much from the time you opened your mouth. Yeah.
Sandra Bullock. Come back more often.
No, not after this interview.
When it comes to interviews, Joaquin Phoenix is notoriously guarded, often showing open frustration with repetitive questions throughout his press tour for the 2019 film Joker.
The movie obviously is about the Joker, but it goes beyond that. It's really about the mental state he was in. Can you tell me a little bit about what research or what kind of what you did to prepare for this? Because this was really an intense performance. What was kind of the process of getting into that mindset?
Isn't this old news? Isn't this old news? Didn't I? I feel like I've talked about this for 6 months.
Phoenix brushed off the question as nothing more than old news, before firing back with a sarcastic response that left the room in awkward silence.
And thank you so much for asking that question. My publicist is telling me I just need to go home.
And on the topic of terrible questions, Quentin Tarantino completely snapped when a reporter tried to corner him about whether violent movies could actually trigger real-life violence.
But why are you so sure that there's no link between enjoying movie violence and enjoying real violence?
I'm going to tell you why I'm so sure. Do not ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
Why?
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune. I'm not a monkey.
I can't make you answer anything. I'm asking you interesting questions.
And I'm saying I refuse.
Okay, well no, I was just asking you why. That's fine.
After that fiery clash with Tarantino, you'd think interviewer Krishnan Gurumurthy would tread more carefully. But instead, he walked straight into another storm. This time with Robert Downey Jr., blindsiding him with an out-of-nowhere question about his political views.
I'd really like to ask you about a quote you gave to the New York Times. And I don't want to pry, so if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But what you said to the New York Times once was, it was after your incarceration, and you said you can't go from a $2,000 a night hotel suite to a penitentiary and understand it and come out a liberal. And I just wondered what you meant by that.
Are we promoting a movie?
Despite Downey Jr.'s attempts to stay composed, his patience snapped the moment Krishnan dug into his personal life, sparking an unforgettable response that left the interview in ruins.
The reason I'm asking about the past is that you've talked in other interviews again about your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in the dark periods you entered and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether you think you're free of all of that, or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions. That's all.
Right.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Are you? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
Do you?
You seem okay. It's just getting a little dinosaur in your.
No, look, I don't want to do that.
Thank you.
Robert Downey Jr. later tore into Krishnan, calling him a bottom feeder. He made it clear, we're here to promote Avengers. Millions of kids are going to watch this. It has nothing to do with your creepy, dark agenda that you're trying to drag me into.